Pitching in our game today, Shohei Ohtani. What should we keep an eye on here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Just about ready to roll. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. And that's how he gets started here in Los Angeles.
Off the plate, ball one.
Swings through that. That's
ball
inside. And misses inside.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
As we take a look at the Padres lineup, this is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Just underway, crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball right side. Takes it himself. Quick start to this afternoon's action. Two gone.
Baseman, Manny Machado.
Now Machado up here.
Ball.
Fastball is outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here. Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Oh, 1 down. And there's a ball. Machado, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Just misses with that one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So Watt puts runners at first and second.
First baseman, Gavin Sheets.
Next for the Padres, Gavin Sheets.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Two on, 2 outs.
Out on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball, 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Inside and it hit him.
That ball got him.
And now the bases are loaded.
Batting sixth, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
That's in there. Strike one. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs.
Ball 1.
Check swing. Went around. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Pods leave him loaded. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We go to the bottom of the first, and today's starter, Michael King. How about a report on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent
That's
today.
inside.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Fought off foul. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Fermin takes it in for the out. 1 down. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, the key is to lay off pitches down in the zone until you're forced to swing. Set your sights higher in the strike zone, looking for something elevated, because sinkers are less effective up in the zone. They tend to flatten out. So when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
That's ripped. Base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Mookie on the move. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Now the 0-1. And
Ball,
that
that's
one just
outside.
missed off the outside edge.
That's ball 2.
That's off
Ball
the mark.
3.
Ball 3. Man at first, 1 away. stays fair. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
That's a
Way to lay
ball.
off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
2 on, 1 out. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
There's a swing and a miss. Two now. Slider misses outside. Betts over at second. Freeman at first. One gone. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. And that'll load the bases. The batter now will be Will Smith. Here comes the 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Ball 1 low.
Damn.
And
Ball 2.
downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
The 2-2. And
Ball
look
3.
out. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Three and 2 now. In there. Got him looking for the K.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
That one close. Rule the ball. Ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. And that one fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at-bat through the count.
Next pitch is outside.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
In the air to left center. Laureano gets there. He's under it. And that will end the inning. Scoreless after 1. Top of the second, stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Jake Cronenworth.
And a swing and a miss.
Ball.
Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Right through there for a strike. Caught him looking for the K.
Everything in that at bat was away until the final pitch. 3 pitches in a row on the outside part of the plate, and of course that gets you conditioned to look out there, maybe a little bit out on your toes. So a great call on pitch number 4 to just hit that inside part of the plate and freeze him for strike 3.
Hey!
The 0-1. And it's fouled away. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Freddie Fermin stands in now and watches strike 1. No score here in the second. In the air, foul off first. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez, multi-time All-Star, 33 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. Hernandez checks his swing. Now it appeal to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing. Swing and a miss as he was late. Got him. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Little chopper rolls foul. Here comes the 0-1. That one fouled off. The 0-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Hye-Sung Kim will hit next. And a swing and a miss. Two down, nobody on. There's a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the second. We'll move to the third with no score. New inning getting started. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Fernando Tatis Jr. Up the middle, Kim. To first, one pitch and one out.
Up next for the Padres, center fielder Jackson Merrill.
All one.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Blew it by him at 99.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Padres, third baseman Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
No, inside.
Inside,
Ball
just
2.
missed. Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. Just
That's
missed.
ball 3.
Top of the third, no score. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A solo shot, and the Padres take the lead. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
In the air to left center. Pajes has a beat on it. And that is that. Manny Machado with the blast for the Padres. It's now 1-0. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. As we go to the last of the third. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani.
Ball one. Ball two.
Swing and a miss. Oh, and he lost the handle on that one. The 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. This one in the air, center field. Merrill should have this one. And there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know, they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And here's Freddie Freeman, a single his first time.
Hey.
Yo, one. Outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
Betts leads off first with one away. And he hits a ground ball right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number two.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Grounds one to short. Bogarts handles the chance, and that will end the inning. One hit, one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Padres 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Chavez Ravine. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. Out to short. Betts whips it to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Padres, shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Oh, that's
just
out.
missed.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Way upstairs. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Smith down to first with it. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
2 down, bases empty. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth.
Hey.
And now the 0-1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Two down, nobody on. That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars, but they're on top 1-0. Back here in LA and at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. Hit in the air left field. Laureano under it. Takes it in for the out. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Third baseman, Max Muncy.
The Padres leading by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Oh, 0-2 now. That one
Ball
missed. That's outside.
that's just
now
out.
2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Good eye
Whoa,
right
that's
there.
down.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
High fly ball down the left field line. That's back there. Out of here. And they tie it up. It's 1-1.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo.
At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Struck out swinging his first time. There's a strike. The 0-1. Just missed.
Ball 1.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy Pajes.
That one blasted deep to right, carrying well. And that's going to bang against the wall. In with the double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
So up next, Hesung Kim.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Man at second. Swings and misses. And the count is 1-1. Right through there for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Man on second, 2 down. Ground ball
Foul ball.
left side and foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Good job at damage control right there. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. So here's the Padres DH, Miguel Andujar. Andujar, 31 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Inside, ball
Meanwhile,
1.
activity in the bullpen. Will Klein appears to be getting loose. Henriquez warming up as well. And now
Nope,
2
that's off the
1.
plate. Ball
Pretty
2.
easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That
Nope,
one outside.
outside.
And the count is 3-1.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
That one at triple digits.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Makes a leap and grab for the out.
For the Padres, catcher Freddie Fermin.
Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Nope.
Strike 2.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
To the right side, Kim. Sends it to first. And the first two set down to the top of the fifth.
Padres, right fielder Fernando Tatis Jr.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Padres down in order. Halfway home. All even. One apiece. Bottom of the inning. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
You know, these Dodgers finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Nope.
And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 2.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there. And it's a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 2-2. Just missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Payoff pitch. Sets him down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And he'll challenge that called strike. So the call will stand. Still one challenge left for them.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen for San Diego. Bradley Rodriguez, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Marinaccio getting cranked up as well. Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 1 for 2. Taps softly to the right side, and it's just foul. That was close. One away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first. Last half of inning number 5.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Mookie on the move. Cut on and miss. Throw.
He made it.
Save. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Man at second. Hit hard on the ground to short. Sends it over to Sheets. He's out.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
New pitch for the Dodgers, Will Klein.
Will Klein.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. To the right side, into the outfield, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Aye.
The 0-1. And that's it for a strike. The Padres with the go-ahead run at first, and we're the top half of the 6th. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Go ahead run on base. Ramon Laureano, the next up for the Padres. He's 0 for 1. And a strike in there. The 0-1. Backed off the plate that time. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. That one clips the outside corner, and now 2-2.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Got him swinging.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Ball, that's in.
The 1-0. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. A two-run blast. And the Padres take the lead. It's 3-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Xander Bogaerts.
Ball one.
The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Jack Dreyer looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Henriquez also throwing. Two down, nobody on. And now 1 and 2. The shortstop takes the ball.
New notification.
2-2.
New download update.
Swing and a
Press
miss.
the PS button for details.
In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. 2 across on this San Diego homer. It's now a 3-1 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for San
Back now
Diego,
for the bottom of the
number
6th,
72.
and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Bradley Rodriguez.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Leading off for the Dodgers, catcher Will Smith.
Way
Inside, ball
inside,
one.
gets out of the way.
Sometimes it takes a couple of pitches to get a feel, especially when you move from that bullpen mound into this game mound.
That smash towards center. 1 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Here comes Max Muncy. He's already homered here in this one. Pitch misses.
Ball, that's out.
And that's ball 1. Bullpen action for the Padres. Jeremiah Estrada, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Morejon getting loose as well. There's a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Got him out on the front foot. Couldn't keep the hands back long enough and played right into the hands of the pitcher.
finds the corner. That's strike one. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And it's going to stay a strike. No challenges left for them now. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. That one ripped, but foul. On the ground, right side. Cronenworth throws on to first. And Hernandez is out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Padres 3 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in L.A., so digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. That clips the corner.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that one moves his feet. The 1-2. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And a good start to the inning.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Cronenworth aboard here at first with nobody out. Out towards right center field. He's got it.
Up next for the Padres, catcher Freddie Fermin.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Freddie Fermin. And a swing and a miss there. Next offering is fouled back.
New notification. New download update. Press the PS button for details.
He makes the grab.
Up next for the Padres, right fielder Fernando Tatis.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Will Klein departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Jack Dreyer.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Ball, that's in.
Ripped into left center, base hit. Here comes Cronenworth around third. Now a relay to the plate, and
right
he's
there.
out.
He's out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Man, I think his legs are feeling good in this one. He really tried to stretch it there to go from first all the way to home, but he ran out of steam a little bit as he came around third. Great relay from the defense, a quick tag at the plate, and they cut down the run.
We're banking a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh, Jeremiah Estrada.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one's deep. Gone. That should get the dugout going. And just like that, they're within a run. Here comes the crowd. They're feeling it right now. Singy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
And next for L.A., Hesung Kim, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
That's a ball.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Fly ball down the line, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball.
That's a ball.
The 2-1. The Padres trying to hold a one-run lead here, the bottom of the seventh. Struck him out looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Hey!
Oh, 1 down. And that one upstairs. Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Next pitch
Inside,
misses
ball
inside. 2-2.
Running that good fastball up on the hitter's inside. If nothing else, it keeps him from diving out over the plate to get those arms extended on the pitch away.
Got him looking for the strikeout.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Here's Mookie to hit. And that
Nope,
one's a
that's down.
little bit low. And that is ball one. Two down, nobody on.
Hey!
Fouled off. He was late. And a 1-2. Next offering is outside. Struck him out looking. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Ready to begin the eighth. Stepping in for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Swings through that one.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Here's Manny Machado now. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Off the plate, ball one.
Nice grab. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Padres, left fielder Ramon Laureano.
Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. Two now. And he's